Hi Libra, it's Lynn from Tink Tarot. I'm here to do your December 2018 reading. I'm using the Mythic Tarot again this month. Mythic Tarot, I don't know. And I'm complementing it with the regular playing cards. So I'm going to do a past, present, future reading. And I'm sorry you're my last ones, but I did them according to views this month. And next month, I'm going to do them according to likes. So please hit that like button. So we're almost at the end of the year, Libra, and I can't say, like, it can't come soon enough. It's been such a tough year for everybody all around, really. And next year's a 3, so it's going to be a lot better, a lot more movement. Progress forward with our plans, all our plans we've been making this year. Also, it's the year of the boar next year, or the pig in the Chinese horoscope, or Chinese New Year, sorry. And it starts at the beginning of February, their new year. And the boar is a happier year, a more productive year. You know, you're more lavish. It's a more lavish year, but just be careful not to overspend. And also be careful about signing any papers. Like, read everything thoroughly. Don't just go on someone's word. That's how good you're feeling, though. You're like, oh, sure, I'll sign that. And, you know, you're just feeling so much better next year in the year of the boar. So I just wanted to let you know that. Whoa! Hey, see that? Whoa. Way over there. Woo! Oh, by the way, I'm at my girlfriend's shop. I lost the internet at my place, so I'm over here. It's after hours, so it's okay, and she's letting me borrow her internet. You had the Justice card fall out, and, you know, this is about some sort of fair justice in your favor. Something's going to come out. The truth is going to come out, and there's going to be fairness awarded. The Justice card can mean you might be involved in some sort of court issue. Could be a lawyer. You know, you're going to go see a lawyer to protect yourself. But it's about a fair judgment in your favor. So what are the messages for Libra for December 2018? Libra, December 2018. Carla, hey, don't start. Okay, Libra, December 2018. Of course, Carmela's with me. I brought her to the shop with me. We go everywhere together, even in the car. She's like riding shotgun right beside me. Carmela, stop, please. Okay, what are the messages for Libra? Carmela, what are the messages for Libra, December 2018? What are they? Please tell me. Please tell me. You know, I gotta wait until they're ready. I gotta wait until they're ready. Until they're saying, you know, this is it. This is when we want you to stop for Libra. So we've got just a little over a month. Christmas is in like 27 days. I love traveling for Christmas, going to other countries because they celebrate it so differently, and it's really really nice. It's a lot less about gifts and more about being together, spending time together, and little festivals and stuff like that for the whole family. It's really beautiful. Libra. They're ready now. Okay, I just had to tell that little story. So we're doing a past, present, future, if I didn't mention it already. And let's get started here. So your first card is the 2 of Cups. So the 2 of Cups is, like, 2s are about meetings, right? And this guy has seen her. He's been hit by Cupid's arrow. This is Eros, and he's a god. And the first person he sees after he gets hit by the arrow is Psyche, and Psyche is human. And so they're meeting, but she can't see him. You know, she's kind of like stranded on this rock, and she's bound because she's bound by what he's willing to show her. Okay. So he's afraid that she will find out he's a god and she will act differently. She will think it's, you know, there's no hope for this relation. Like, how are we going to have a relationship? We're two different species here. And he wants them to get to know each other before they make these judgments ahead of time, you know. So this is about the initial meeting in love. Love at first sight kind of thing, okay? Page of Cups. So this is more about nurturing the self, not nurturing the self, loving the self. And, you know, liking all the things about yourself. This is narcissist, and Narcissus. He is on his way to deliver a message of love. But he stops by a pool to wash his face and get a drink, and as he bends over, he sees his own reflection and falls in love with himself and ends up spending a long time at that pond looking at himself, because all of a sudden he sees himself in a new light, a new way, and he's like, wow, really taken. And this is where you are. Like, this is in your past energy. You're really taken and have a lot of confidence in yourself and believe in yourself. And, you know, probably this is one of the things that attracts Eros to Psyche is she knows who she is. She knows who she is, and is not willing to change any of that. You know, if you accept me, you accept me as I am, who I am, you know. And this is that that feeling, that belief in yourself, belief in your worth. Carmela. Stop, jeepers. Okay, so this is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is about someone sneaking away with their truth. They could be lying, they could be sneaking off in the night. You see, they're going in the back door, out the back door, okay? And they're going off in the shadow. Also, this out the back door and this rumble is a column that's broken. And columns represent support, you know? So there's no support. You know, someone has no support in the situation, or the support is crumbling, okay? So I think someone's being deceptive here. And, you know, as you know, in this first card, someone is. He's hiding who he is. He's withholding information that she has the right to know. He's being deceptive of some way. So he's trying to, it's kind of a mystery, and it's not being, when you're not being fully honest, you're being deceptive. There's no two ways around it, you know. And if you want people to be that way with you, you have to be that way back. You have to trust the connection, you know. My girlfriend just told me yesterday or the day before, because she heard me doing a video, and she says, you say you know a lot. And I said, do I really? And so I listened to it, and I say it like 100 times. I just heard myself saying it again, you know. Anyway, here's the Star. And this is the first card in your present. And so this is really, really nice. You know, there I go again. So she's presenting herself naked in front of Pandora's box and wants to open it because she has blind faith that it's going to be something good, that it has to be her wish. And the reason she's naked is because she's surrendering. She's like having that blind faith and surrendering, being vulnerable, you know, because it could be a poisonous snake that comes out of that box. She doesn't know. She's going to take a chance and believe, hope. It's full of hope that her wish is in there. The transformation she's looking for. And transformation it is. When she opens that, not only her wish upon a star comes out of there, but also do all kinds of dragonflies and butterflies. And butterflies represent metamorphosis, transformation, going from a caterpillar and then cocooning. And that's what we do when we go within, you know, that hermit, that when we go within, and because something's happened to transform us, to change us. And we're in that cocoon transforming. You know, you're hiding in your house and you're crying and you're reading self-help books and watching The Notebook over and over again. And that's your transformation. You're learning, you know, what you learned from this lesson, this hard lesson, this hurt, this whatever happened before. And it changes you. And it changes you into something beautiful because, you know, we can hide and lie and cheat and deceive people, but it really gets you nowhere, you know. And so she's realized this, so she's decided to change. She's decided to present herself naked, vulnerable, and just hope that what she's wished for will come to her. Because she's, you know, she's gone through all of the lessons. The star is one of the last cards in the major arcana. I think it's like the third last or fourth last card. So, you know, and when it's at the end, it means you've gone through all these lessons first. All these lessons. You've learned all this stuff. And, you know, you're naked because there's not much left of you. You know, like I said, you've gone through that cocoon stage, that self-reflection, and you've sat with the feelings, the tough feelings, you know. You didn't go and try and do drugs or get drunk to try and get rid of it. You sat with it. That's what cocooning is. And so now you're ready. You're ready to go fulfill your wishes. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. 8 of Wands. So, like I said, you're ready to go. You're ready to go fulfill your wishes. Look at that. So you got the star. You're realizing you have transformed. You're ready. This is the saying. You're ready to go fulfill your wishes. You may even move. Sometimes this means moving. You could be moving to another town, country. But it's also communications. Eights are communication too. And this one particularly so because the dolphins are in it. And the dolphins are on the move. And did you notice that there's two? You know, one is taking the other, almost protecting the others. They're swimming together. They're teamed up. They're traveling together. So anyway, you're on your way to make change, to perhaps move, and go after to make your dreams come true, whatever those dreams are. You know, I can tell you have been going through stuff because it says it right here in the Page of Cups, you know, where you had to learn to love yourself again. And there could have been some deception, you know. There could have been some deception. Maybe you turned your back on someone and said, you know, if you're not really here, why be here? You know, I be here? The next card. I think you're moving, Libra. You got the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of travel. This one's also travel. Did I say just moving? Because it also means travel, perhaps going on a trip. I think moving because you got both this and the Chariot. So maybe part of your wish is to move. Move somewhere new, start new. But I do want to call attention to these horses are going in opposite directions. You know, you're not sure which way to go. And this is about being blindly driven, not really having control. The reins are loose here, and he doesn't really have control over where he's going. And you need to get control. You need to get control of that. And it has something to do with the Seven of Swords, this secrecy, this deception. Because someone might be trying to lead you astray with their lives or their stories or their deception, or lead you off your path. Another thing about the Chariot is in the Greek or Roman times when they did use chariot, they would never step off on unpure ground. And all ground was unpure besides the temple and the palace. And what that means for us is, you know, don't just step off that chariot anywhere and just when it stops. You need to only step off where your path is going, where you want your path to going. So you need to steer these guys to where you want to be heading up in the direction of your dreams. Okay, but make sure that you're in control of that. Don't go by what others are saying. You know, remember I said that in the Year of the Boar? Be careful about signing papers or contracts, or don't read something over, research it. Don't just go on what someone else is saying about it, okay? Because there could be some sort of deception about where you're being led or where you're being driven. The first card in your future is the Death card. So this is a good card too. This is transformation. You know, it's funny. You got it right under the star, which is the other transformation card. So this means that you're going to close the door on something. You're going to say, okay, enough is enough with that. And in order to move forward with my dreams, I've got to end this. I've got to close the door on what's here now, what's in the present, what's behind me. Because when I do that, look at the sun is rising. Look at all the new growth in the hills. I don't know if you know, but ash is one of the best fertilizers. You throw ash from a fire and sprinkle it in your garden and mix it in your dirt, and your flowers will just thrive. I used to be a gardener. I used to have a business. And a lot of people say, oh, don't put ashes, you know. I'm telling you, it's the best thing. Things just thrive after a good burning. But here, that's what it's trying to tell you, you know. Like winter. Winter is a death, a time of death. And the spring is renewal. So when you close that door, when you let that go, that past, your future is going to open up to you. It's a really good process also, because we can't hang on to things forever. We can't let them linger, you know, kind of, you know, sorry about my swearing, but half-assed. You don't want to do anything half-assed. You do it right, okay? My parents saying, if you can't do it right, don't do it at all. All these old sayings from the old people, you know, they really were true. I used to think when I was a kid, oh, if I have to listen to another one of their old sayings. But they all were true, and, you know, I'm finding myself repeating them to my own son, which he doesn't like either. The 10 of Wands. So, The Ten of Wands is a good card, actually, because it's completion. It means you've completed the goal, completed the task. However, you're so overburdened, so exhausted from all this work that it took to do it. Look at, his ship is broken down. He had to go over rocks and everything to get this golden fleece back to the king. And he's back. He's just landed on shore, but, he's like, oh, I just don't have another bit. But part of the problem is he's trying to do it all on his own. He started with a team, but little by little he lost one along, another one along the way. And here he is at the end by himself. He's so tired and overburdened. He can't even notice or appreciate that he's actually won. He's achieved the goal. So this is you. You've actually won. You've achieved the goal. And part of it is self-love and independence and confidence, You've done it. It's been hard work. I'm sure when you were in that cocoon, there's a lot that you had to sit with and swallow, so to speak, What do they call that? I don't like the taste of crow, but I ate it, And crow is swallowing that stuff that's hard to swallow, metaphorically speaking. So, your last card in your future is the Justice. Now, isn't that funny? This one fell out as I was shuffling your cards. And here it is, your future card. So, fair judgment in your favor. Something's going to come out in your favor, and I think it has something to do with this deception. Someone trying to lead you out. The truth is going to come out. The owl is very wise. See that owl sitting on her shoulder? The owl is very wise, and the owl is the observer. And so you might be that, you might just sort of be observing before you pass any judgment or your justice. I also think that you're going to be, like I said, you could be in court. You might be in court and someone's lying or someone's, you're worried about what direction this is going to go. You don't have to worry. As long as you behave properly, you don't have to worry. It'll come out in your favor. It'll be fair and just and true. And like I said, the owl observes, right? Very wise because they do a lot of observation. It's like grandparents, elderly. They observe a lot, and they don't talk about everything they see. But if you ask them, boy, they'd have a lot to tell you. Anyway, I'm going to clarify this with the playing cards. King of Hearts. Oh, the King of Hearts just flew out. This is the first actual person that's showed up in your reading so far. And this is a blue-eyed man. Very emotional man. May not show it like necessarily he's romantic, he's affectionate, he's loving, but he may not always show it. Like he only shows half of what he's feeling. He's very, very, and this could be your heart's desire. This person. So I'm going to get clarification on all the cards here, unless a great big giant pile flies out like my last reading. So, what are the messages for Libra? What's this Page of Cups? What's this Page of Cups? Piles like to fly out. Ooh, I think it's just about ready. I don't know how some of these readers like they do this. I can't do it. Can't do it. I tried to, but I think this is it. This is it. 4 of Clubs. So indecision. Undecided in business. So this is by your Page of Cups. This is about liking yourself. Maybe you're not as that, like maybe you're just growing your confidence in your business decisions, where you're going. You're kind of at a four corners and not really sure where you're going there. And I think you have to, it has to begin with what are your desires? You've probably done a lot of things in life for other people before, Libra. And this is now for you. What's best for you? Also, you could be in business with this King of Hearts, and maybe you're undecided how to proceed. Perhaps you have feelings for this person, and you're thinking, I don't know if I should be mixing business and pleasure here. Okay, so you got the 7 of Spades, the 6 of Hearts, the 9 of Diamonds, and the 3 of Diamonds. Talk about beautiful. So, this is Tears of Joy. Tears of joy about the steps in love that you're taking. I think you might like the steps you're taking ambitiously, perhaps, in business. You're feeling confident, like I said. You believe in yourself. This is making you more ambitious, because when we believe in ourselves, we go after what we want. We go after our dreams, right? And so this is you going after your wish, you know. You're more ambitious about chasing your dream, your wish. You know, I think these tears, you could get an offer. You could get an offer, something to help you financially succeed, you know. And it kind of brings tears to your eyes, because you're like, how am I so lucky? How was I chosen? You can't believe it, you know. But like I said, it's taking steps to make your dreams come true. You're ambitious to grow, to get some recognition, to accomplish something in life, you know, accomplish something. I'm going to put that right on your Eight of Wands, because I see that as you're chasing your dreams, right? Okay, let's get some clarification. I think we should get some clarification on this last row here, the Death, the 10 of Wands, and Justice. So, like, for you to end this situation was exhausting. It was exhausting to do this. And maybe you just didn't fall apart until after it was done. Like, you got everything done. Okay, I still got to do this. I still got to do this. Oh, my God, I got to call the movers. Oh, my God. And, you know, and then once you're done, it's all done, you kind of fall down. You fall down. You don't have one more ounce of energy left. It took everything out of you to finish this, you know. But justice prevails, you know. You're going to get your just rewards for this that you've been through, you know. Hard work. People know it's hard work. Anybody that's been through it, if it were a breakup, or, you know, losing your career, or maybe losing yourself. You know, it's so easy to fall into a pit of despair, I call them. You know, it's one bad step and you're in it. And it takes forever to crawl right back out again. Like, it takes one day to fall in it, and sometimes a year to crawl back out. To build up that self-esteem in yourself again, you know, to believe in yourself. Little things can take you down, and so anyway, what is the situation? Like, this is recognition. This is completion of a very difficult task. A lot of others came before you and tried and weren't as successful. So, you know, you really, there's congratulations in order. And, you know, in the Knight of Wands, he gets knighted. He gets the Pegasus. He gets golden armor. Talk about recognition. And he's at the top of his game, or her game. But, okay, let's get a little bit of clarity for Libra on this last line. Death, Ten of Wands, Justice. For Libra, what are the messages? Tell me, tell me, tell me. What are they for Libra, December 2018? What are the messages? Don't take all night to tell me, please. What? I can't do those fast shuffling that they do. 'Cause I'm old. My old bones, I'm like the Tin Man. I need to squirt a little WD-40 in these joints sometimes. Let's see. Come on. Oh, you got another little... Oh, man, I don't know if I can take all these cards. Holy wowzers. Well, I will, because you're the last ones. But you owe me one. Okay, for this. Wow, this is a mitt. This is a mitt. I am happy to report, though, the Nine of Hearts is in this midst. And it's your wish card. So, wow. Okay, I'm going to show you the mitt full here. I've got one nut sticking out. This is a mitt full. Look at it. It's like a rummy hand. Okay, so 10 of diamonds. Okay, so I'm going to take them in threes, but I'm going to show you what you got there, okay? King of diamonds, Queen of diamonds, 9 of spades, 3 of spades, 9 of hearts, 6 of spades, 10 of hearts, 4 of spades, 7 of diamonds, 2 of hearts, 4 diamonds. I like to take these in like piles of 3, and then I combine them in bigger groups. Look at that, it works out to 4 piles of 3 perfectly. So this first one is successful completion in a financial endeavor. Perhaps this is you and your partner, the King and Queen of Diamonds. They could be redheads with green or blue eyes. They also represent an elderly couple. This represents older people, probably over 50 anyway. Don't mean to insult any 50-year-olds out there. But they're older. They're not, 30 or something. And this is successful financial completion. They're in their glory years, enjoying their life. They could have sold their house or something, sold the homestead to start their retirement or something like that. Something about it is affecting you. Like I said, this could be you, Libra, and your partner, your wife. It could be your parents or your grandparents, something like that. But it definitely means something here. Now, so it shows a health condition. 9 of spades is a health issue. That's an obstacle to your wishes. But this wish card also, it kind of diminishes these spades. It's not something that's going to last long. It is an obstacle, but it's going to be short-lived. Short-lived, that's how I want to say it. A health issue that's an obstacle that will be short-lived. I should use different wording, not short-lived. I don't mean your life is short. I mean the health issue is short-lived, okay? I hope you understand. It's not long. It's not going to be a long process. And then you have the 6 of spades, the 10 of hearts, and the 4 of spades. So the 6 of spades is like working backwards, unraveling. Something is unraveling. The 10 of hearts is emotional contentment, joy, happiness. And then the Four of Spades is doubtful, torn apart. There's something that's slowing the progress of your happiness. Carmela, there's something that is... Carmela, stop. Stop. Like, it's, there's something it's slowing your progress. You know, chasing after your dreams and wishes. You do have some obstacles. It's like taking 2 steps forward, 4 steps forward, and 1 step back. It's, you know, it's not, you know, there's still challenges, and you're wondering if you're up to it. You know what I mean? After everything that you've been through. I also want to say that you got 3 9s, and 9s are change. So there's a lot of change coming in your life. Some of it could be as a result of a health issue, okay? But you are working toward your dream. You're working toward that peace and contentment and happiness within the self, okay? Like I said, it might be challenging because, you know, you're just coming out of this tough time. It might not be, you know, you're not going to fly there. It's because you're taking baby steps. It's like baby steps, okay? So don't be worried if it's not happening fast enough. You need to take things slow because you are nurturing the new self of you, you know, and you want to be gentle with yourself, you know. You want to be careful with this beautiful soul. Your last 3 is the 7 of Diamonds, the 2 of Hearts, and the 4 of Diamonds. So this is about a passionate meeting, okay? You got 3 4s as well. So there's a lot of decisions to be made. You got a lot of decisions, a lot of, that are going to inaugurate change in your life. This is undecided business. So, wishful thinking, but a passionate meeting, and undecided in business. So, I think that this is sort of wishful thinking, that this meeting will help clear up any indecision you have, any questions you may have, questions about your risk, your investment, you know, and maybe that's what some of this is about, your investments. And so you're hoping this meeting is going to clear up any questions or concerns you may have about your investments before moving forward. I'm wondering if this is in a home. You could be buying your parents' home, or maybe inheriting your parents' home or your grandparents' home. Also, too, I get the feeling that you may have to move away from an area specifically because of health conditions. Maybe it's too hot there, or it's the altitude is too high, or you're allergic to everything in the area, or I'm not really sure, but I just got that message that you could need to move out of that area. It's affecting your health. So it's not like a health condition where, you know, you have cancer or something like that, but it's the area. You need to move to a better area that's better for you. I get the idea it's to do with your breathing. I think it's your lungs. You may have had to give up smoking. You know, remember when I said this health problem is short-lived? There's something you may have to give up. But I get the feeling it's with the lungs. I don't know why. So you may have to move somewhere like, you know, Arizona or somewhere where it's warm, dry climate. It's easier to breathe. Maybe out in the country or near mountains where the air is fresher. I'm not really sure. I get a strong message of that too. And that's probably where there's indecision, you know, because you have to leave this area it's for work and for your own health. I think a lot of this indecision will clear up if you get control of where you're going. You know, you really need to decide what that is. And you have so many fours here, and this is indecision, indecision, indecision. You know, and that is, that's a Libra trait, to tell you the truth. Libra is the scales, you know. What do? Don't ever take them to, like I used to say, don't take a Libra to a movie store, because you'll be sitting there for hours. Well, I don't know. I really like that one, but I want to see them both. And don't leave the decision to them, because they're always weighing. Well, if, what, you know, and it's really hard for them to decide. So it does make sense that you got all these fours here. You know, you're really having a hard time deciding. Maybe you have to base it on truth and fairness. Make a wise decision. Also consider, you know, you don't want to tire yourself out, the only one doing all the work here. That's the end of that for you. You know, it needs to be more fair. You want to work in twos as a team. You want to move forward together with someone, either in romance or in work, and it might lighten the load a little bit for you. You know, you can't do it all on your own anymore. That's the end of that. You're good. You need help. You need support, and maybe that has something to do with this health condition too. You just can't do it on your own anymore. Anyway, I hope this really resonates with you, Libra. I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to all of those who celebrate it. I want to say thank you for all your likes, shares, comments. I love your support, love your comments, love hearing where you're from. I want to thank you for sharing your stories with me and trusting me to, you know, open up. I do appreciate that, and I respond as soon as I can. And I also want to say I was looking at my analytics recently, and I noticed that 90% of my viewers are not subscribed. So I just want to let you know it's free to subscribe. You don't have to sign up or register or fill out anything. It's just, you hit that button and that's the end of it. You don't get a bunch of messages or notifications or anything like that, except for when I put up something new. And it really helps me, and it lets my advertisers know that you're, like, I'm one of your favorites, or you want to see what I'm putting out. You want to pay attention to that. The other thing, too, I want to add is that on my community button on the channel, I've added some templates for people to use to help them with any unfinished business, anything they want to leave in the past, and it will guide you through to how to do that. There's another one there for self-care. It's a self-care medicine wheel tool, and it's kind of a checklist and all the areas to see, you know, if I'm taking care of those, and what is, you know, physical self-care, what is emotional self-care. So it just has some ideas, a checklist of how you could be doing that, or maybe you think, oh yeah, I guess I am doing that, you know. So if you want to go look at those, that'd be great. I will be putting up more in the future as well. So have a great month, Libra, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye now.